So, guys, good afternoon, and today the topic is little suspicious, a little unique. So, today's topic will be the invisible storyteller. Who is writing your life? It is very fun reading this. First of all, good afternoon, everyone. I want to remember 2010. It was a very simple life. If you saw a picture of a cat, you clicked like. If you saw a news article about the economy, like. If you saw your friend post about breaking their leg, you awkwardly, you awkwardly clicked like. We lived in the binary world. You either engaged or you don't. But but then the internet got smarter. It realized that human beings are not just likers. We are doers. We don't just like songs, we listen to them. We don't just like marathons, we run them. We don't just like lasagna, we cook. So, this shift from static thumbs up to a dynamic wave of birds is what we call the action graph. And whether you know it or not, it is currently writing autobiography of your life and one click at a time. So, what is an action graph? Forget about the complex math and the wires. Think of it as a sentence structure. In the old wave, in the old wave, the graph was just noun connected to noun. It's like John is friends of Dave. The action graph adds a bridge. It creates a sentence noun plus verb plus object. John is a noun, listen to is a verb or action, and and borium prosperity is the object. That little arrow, that little arrow, the action is the graph. It connects you to the external world. It is a map that doesn't just show you who you know, but what you do and how you live. It turns data into a story. That little arrow, the, the action is the graph. It connects you to the external world. It is a map that doesn't just show who you know, but what you do and how you live. It turns data into a story. Okay, let me tell you the story about a guy named Dave to show you how this actually is the wild. Dave is single. Dave wants to look sophisticated for his digital friends. On Saturday morning, Dave opens a news app. He clicks an article titled The Geopolitics of Implication of 18th Century Trade. The action graph fires. Dave arrow, reads arrow, smart articles. This goes to the external graph. His friends see Dave reads an article about geopolitics. Dave looks smart. But the graph is relentless. It captures everything. Saturday night rolls around. Dave opens Spotify. He thinks he is in private mode, but he is not. The graph fires. Dave Arrow listens to Arrow Barbie Girl by Aqua, and he listens to it on a repeat 40 times. The graph updates. Dave Arrow is obsessed with Arrow 90s pop. Sunday's morning, Dave goes for a run using a fitness app like Strava. He plans to run 10k. He runs 2k, gets tired and buys a donut. The graph fires. Dave dash run that's 2 kilometers. Then he uses his payment app. Dave slash bought slash glazed donut. If you look at the Dave's profile page, you don't just see a Dave, you don't see a guy who likes sport and music. If you look at the Dave's profile page, you don't just see a guy who likes sports and music. You see a story. You see a guy who tries to be smart, secretly loves cheesy pop music, tries to exercise, but ultimately stumbles to sugar. The action graph didn't just record data, it told the hilarious human story of Dave's weekends. Now, why does this matter? Why does this matter in the real world? Why do companies obsessed over this? Because action speaks louder than likes. Number one, discovery. The Spotify model, okay? If I only knows you like rock music, I can recommend a rock band. But if the action graph tells me you skipped a rock song after 10 seconds but repeated a gas song 3 times, I know what you actually want. The graph uses your external actions to curate your reality. Number 2, safety and security. Banks uses action graphs. Banks uses action graphs. If your story usually reads user arrow buys coffee arrow in London, and suddenly the graph reads user that buys a yacht arrow in Miami, the graphs break the story flow. It flags it as fraud. It knows your character arc, and this plot twist doesn't fit. Social motive number 3 is social motivation, the star effect. This is the most powerful one. When you know our actions are being graphed, we change our behavior. If you know your run is going to be posted to the external graph for your friends to see, you run that extra mile. You don't want the story to end on a did not finish. The action graph is the digital nervous system that connects your internal intent with external reality. It moves from a wave of pages to a wave of people doing things. So the next time you click a link, listen to a song, or buy a coffee, remember you are holding the pen, you are writing lines in a massive invisible book. The action graph is the paper, but you are the author. Make sure you write a story worth reading. Thank you. That's it for today, guys. I'm Master Bros, and I will be meeting you in the next one. Bye.